Okay, now let's apply what we learned and see how it can make knowing this fact that we learned in 1114, the fact being the ratio of perimeters is equal to the scale factor, the ratio of areas is the scale factor squared, and the ratio of volumes is scale factor cubed. Alright, knowing those facts can help save a lot of time, and you don't have to really do volume or surface area formula if you know that two figures are similar and you know one of their areas or volumes or so on. Alright, so let's look at example 1 where we're given that the scale factor of two similar cones is 711. Alright, don't forget in about a month 7-Eleven will be giving out free Slurpees on 7-Eleven, July 11th. Alright, don't forget. Alright, this class is brought to you by 7-Eleven. Anyway, the ratio of perimeters. Well, perimeters are lengths, so that's going to be the same as the scale factor. So we'll also say it's 711. Alright, the ratio of areas. Well, areas measured in square units, so we're going to square the scale factor. So it's going to be 7 squared to 11 squared, which you can write as 49 to 121. Okay, the ratio of volumes, well, that's going to be the scale factor cubed. So it's going to be 7 cubed to 11 cubed. And I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but feel free to go find out. Okay, so if the total surface area of the small cone is 37.5, find the total surface area of the larger cone. Alright, well, we could set up a proportion here. Alright, so the surface area of the small cone divided by the surface area of the large cone. Well, it says the surface area of the small cone. Let me write it in an easier to read color. Okay. The surface area of the small cone is going to be 367.5. Okay. The surface area of the larger cone, we don't know what that is. Okay. Now we do know the scale factor of the small over the big is going to be 7 to 11. Now, since it's surface area, we're going to square that, and we get 49 over 121. Okay, now to solve this, we're going to cross multiply. So we're going to do 49 times x is equal to 121 times 367.5, and we get 44,467.5. When you divide both sides by 49, you get 907, which represents the surface area of our bigger cone. Now, just to double check, if you divide 907 by 367.5, we get 2.46. Okay, so if we call this A and that B, and we do A over B, we get 2.469. Okay, now if we take 11 over 7, which is the scale factor of the bigger shape to the smaller shape, and then square that, and then we square that, 11 over 7 squared is going to be the same thing, 2.469. So you could double check it by dividing the areas and seeing if they give you the scale factor squared. Okay, so then we can apply that logic to E. So you could set up the proportion just like we did in D, except if you were to do it in E, since it's volume, you would cube the scale factor. But another way we could do it is take the volume, 6,655. All right, that's the volume of the larger cone. What's the volume of the smaller cone? So we can multiply it by the scale factor cubed. Okay, first I wrote it as 7 over 11 because it's getting smaller. We're going from the larger cone to the smaller cone. And I cubed it because it's a ratio of volumes. Alright, so I'm going to type that in my calculator, and I get 1715. Alright, cubic units is the volume of the smaller cone.